All right, Coach Curry, exciting fall season, quickly coming to an end. Can you just take us through a little bit of what the fall looked like and what events the baseball team had?
Yeah, it was fast and furious. You know, we go all the way back to the conference ending of the year, and then it was a sprint through the summer. Not really any time off. We graduated, I think, 15 guys, brought in 26, and with the new college baseball era, all of the recruiting has moved to the summer and spring. Not all of it, but a high majority. And then we had about half our staff that we brought in. We're very excited. They did a wonderful job there. And then just immediately moved into our first team meeting, which I think was around August 15th. And we got on the field around September 15th. Took about a month of lead-up time and spent 6 weeks roughly on the field with days off in there, kind of a 45-day window, and finished yesterday with our Major League Scout Day. We also accomplished a lot of things off the field. I was very excited about the community service things that we did with helping with the Miracle League, reading at Baker Elementary, working at Arkansas Children's Hospital, junior deputy with their fall ball. We still got some other things. Feed Arkansas Kids. We're going to pack some lunches for them for Thanksgiving and some other events coming up. So good job off the field, and the guys are in good shape, knock on wood, for the academic stretch down the line here.
And you kind of touched on this earlier, but a lot of new faces in the
Yeah.
coaching staff, but also a lot of familiar faces. So what were some of your goals for this coaching staff in the fall, and how did those pan out?
Well, through Frank Cuervo, our new athletic director, and his commitment to baseball and staffing and being able to bring guys in, Matt Parker, recruiting coordinator, coaching third, the infielders, did a great job there. Really attention to detail and establishing how we want to play the game from a pace, from a speed of the game, the expectations, how we want to pressure. And then Brady Cox returning for his third year. He does such a great job. Has had back-to-back pitchers of the year in the league, and he was able to add some guys to help him. Evan Lee, former big leaguer, and Chandler Fidel, Jacob Weatherly, two Little Rock Trojan greats. They helped on the pitching side, and then Cole Clark helped on the offensive side, and then Charles Gravitt got a promotion on the staff, and he's got the outfielders and coaching first, and just a wizard with data and analytics. And so we had some really good staff meetings of breaking down our team internally, kind of scouting ourselves and seeing what we were good at, where our blind spots were, and then getting that message to the team of what the expectation. That's what the fall is all about, especially with 26 new guys, is what does it look like, feel like, and what are the expectations every single day of being a Little Rock Trojan baseball player, from the way you get up, your schedule, your workout. Cody Duvall is an unsung hero, our strength coach. He's the MVP coach of the fall because no one does more to change guys and their bodies, their strength, their mobility than Cody. So the staff has done an outstanding job just assessing our team day to day, relaying that message to the team of here's how we need to get better and here's what we need to work on, and then going out and doing it in the scrimmages.
And then, kind of follow up to that is, how do you feel the team accomplished those goals that you and your staff put together for the fall?
Yeah, offensively, what we talked about in our last game was we wanted to be a more dynamic offense. We wanted to be able to score in different ways. We had some power. We had great hitters, the Tyler Williams and the Nikos and the Pectels, unbelievable hitters. I'd take them back year after year. But we wanted to be more well-rounded. We wanted to be able to manufacture runs, get a bunt down if we needed to, a safety squeeze, a hit and run. And so the emphasis offensively on moving runners around, maybe scoring a run without a hit. There's a walk, there's a dirt ball, there's a move him over, there's a sac fly. There was a heavy emphasis and accountability on quality at bats. And I thought we did a great job of teaching that and then holding them to that. On the mound, number one, it's always been and always will be about throwing strikes, competing in the strike zone. And Coach Cox and his staff does a wonderful job with that, with older guys back like Wells and Klein and Beasley and Royal. They understand the tone that and how we want to pitch from an aggressive standpoint. And then the biggest thing is with all the new guys is defense. A lot of these guys are great offensive players where they come from. Some are great defenders. Some have not been asked to defend at such a high level. And so the defensive attention to detail is really important.
And then, coming off, getting two big outside scrimmages
Yeah.
Crowder, and then going down to La Tech. How did the team fare in those two scrimmages? And, what were your big takeaways from that?
Well, always good to compete against outside competition. You just can't you can't create in a inner squad the jitters, the butterflies, someone in the other dugout with a different jersey. We've got huge respect for Coach Lallemand and Crowder and the players that they recruit and develop. And then got to play, my good friend Lane Burrows, who's coming off a championship, hosting regionals, going to regionals consistently. Those are the kind of teams you have to beat to be able to get into a regional. The games themselves paralleled each other in that we really jumped out early and fast. In the Crowder game, we kind of ran away with it and did a lot of really, really good things there. And then as the game got later in the day, things got a little loose on defense, some things we've been preaching, and so those was a good learning opportunity. And then went down to Ruston to play Louisiana Tech this past Saturday, and just super pleased. I think we were leading most all of the innings, the 10 of the 14. We jumped out to a 4-0 lead on a Ryan Geck bases loaded double down the right field line off a left-handed pitcher. Our pitchers provided shutdowns with Jackson Wells, Brody Bunting, and did a great job there, and won 10-7 in the first game. And then the second game had a 1-0 lead going into it. They came back, and then we go into the seventh inning with a 4-3 lead, and they were able to catch us there at the end. But big picture, just a really good day with this group going on the road, 3-hour bus trip down there, play, come back. How are they going to handle that? And I thought did a really nice job as a group.
And did anybody stand out in particular? Maybe somebody new, maybe somebody who stepped up in either of those two scrimmages?
Yes, definitely. On the mound, Brody and the guys that have had a really good fall. Brody Bunting, a North Little Rock product, has been outstanding. Low to mid 90s, 2 breaking balls, very calm, low heartbeat guy. Say that in a good way. Blake Van Cleve's made a jump. He was pitching in the mid to high 80s last year, and now it's in the 90s. This spin rate is really high carry fastball, holds plane. Rob Bavon, a local guy, Little Rock guy, is really proud of Rob. Nobody's worked harder. He was up here on his own. Being from Little Rock, he's up here on his own at the facility every day. It seemed like him and Jack Klein, best friends and working hard. And Rob, I was proud of him. Got to reap the benefits of his hard work. Of course, he's just got heavy sink on, and just, Rob understanding that you can get outs in the strike zone. You don't have to trick them. You don't have to get a chase. Jack Klein, up until the Louisiana Tech game where he pitched a little sick, did not give up a run. And so he had a great fall. Busick led us in ERA. Zach Busick, who was a freshman last year, started on the weekends early and ran into a little minor arm trouble. But Busick was really, really good. Jackson Wells looked back to himself, was not trying to do too much and just pitch the way he does it. Offensively, the last 2 weeks, I don't know that I've seen a better 2 weeks in the fall than Jace Blaylock, a Georgia Tech, Florida Southwestern transfer. He's got 4 home runs in the last 2 weeks, 2 of them last night at Scout Day, and then hit a big grand slam against Louisiana Tech and done a great job. Cooper Chaplin from Meridian Junior College, probably our most well-rounded fall from a batting average, quality at bat, stealing bases, hit 3 home runs against Crowder in that scrimmage. Really, really a good player from our my good friend Dylan Suddeth down at Meridian. Alex Seguin, 3rd year in the program, steady, well over 300. Reed Wilbanks has been in a backup role since he's been here and kind of took that step forward and had a great fall, stealing a bunch of bags. Ryan Geck, Ty Rhodes, Zach Henry, Aiden McGinnis. Those guys offensively really, really did a good job. One thing offensively as a group I liked was our walk to strikeout ratio. We really put an emphasis on drawing the free base, working the count, and we did a nice job of almost being at a 1-to-1 ratio in our walk to strikeouts.
And do you look forward to these upcoming winter months, second off season, if you will say? What are some of your team goals as you move into the winter?
get the guys healthy. We've got some guys that are still building back from, whether it be surgery in the off season or little dings here and there. So get everybody healthy, get in the weight room. I think the biggest separator between high school and junior college players and this level is just strength. And we're going to be in the weight room 3 to 4 times a week all the way. We never stop lifting, even when we're playing. We're in there at least twice a week. But 3 to 4 times a week we'll be in the weight room with Coach Duvall, and he does an unbelievable job. We'll do skill instructions, some small tweaks here. Some guys will still be on the mound and taking ABs, and then just continuing our high level of performance in the classroom and looking for our 21st semester of 3.0 team GPA.
And then looking past that, it's another big spring season.
Yeah.
A lot of high talent coming to Gary Hubman Field, and also a lot of big places we're going to. So what are you most looking forward to, and what are you most excited about going into this spring season?
If you're a fan of Little Rock baseball, and we have a lot of them, and we're so thankful for them, we're going to play some really good ball teams. And I think as a new club, that's going to get us ready for the OVC schedule. We'll open up at home Valentine's Day against Evansville, who is a super regional team, took Tennessee down to the last game to go to Omaha and had the best year they've ever had, won the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, and high respect for Wes Carroll and his staff. Then we'll go to Nichols down South Louisiana. They went to a regional. And then Belmont and Murray State, very good programs. We played on the road last year. We get them at home, and then we'll go to UTA, an old Sun Belt foe. And so those five weeks will get us ready for the OVC. Along with, we'll play 2 games in Fayetteville. We'll play a game against Ole Miss. 9 in-state games, which will be a lot of fun. We'll play against the guys from Jonesboro and Conway and keep those rivalries going. And so just a good baseball schedule. We'll have a ton of games on TV. I think we're approaching 30 home games. And so we're excited, and this schedule is built to not only get our team ready for conference play, but we want to get to a regional. That's our goal. That's the next step for the program. Haven't been since 2011, and want to get back to a regional and take that next step of being a year in, year out regional type team.
And final question for you, Coach. After coming off such a historic season, then bringing in essentially a new team with so many new players, is it hard to continue that culture with your new team, or how have the new guys bought into the system that you've created over the past few years?
That's a great question. I think in this era of college athletics, where everything is so year to year, our signing class is going to come out here in a couple of weeks, and used to you'd have 10, 15 guys every year, and now recruiting has kind of gotten pushed back to later and later because so many, for different reasons, so many players are reevaluating at the end of each year, and so you can't really talk about 2, 3, 4 years down the line. It's right now. The culture, though, and that's a heavily used word. The culture are the players and the guys who have been here. The standard, holding each other accountable to how we are supposed to play here. The coaches will do it every day, but it's so powerful if the players can hold each other accountable and say, hey, that's not how we do things here, or hey, that is how we do things. Nice job. And so we're going to lean on those guys like Wells and Klein and Ty Rhodes, who had another great fall, and Jackson Wells to say, hey, watch those guys play. That's how you play the game. And then for those guys to be vocal and lead from the inside. But in this new world of college athletics, with so much change and uncertainty, it's year to year, and so you kind of have to put it on hyper speed a little bit and show up to work every day and demand as a coach and demand of each other the standard.
Well, thank you, Coach. Do you have any closing remarks for?
No, I'm just excited. I appreciate all the support. We had another great off-season fundraising off the field with our team funded and our golf tournament. Don't forget our first pitch banquet is coming up in January. We're very excited about our big name guest that's coming in. We'll announce that in a few weeks. And we just need and appreciate all the support from the community and the fans. And we hope you'll come out and watch these guys in the spring, because they've worked so hard and to make Little Rock proud.
Well, congratulations on a big fall, and looking forward to the spring season.
Thank you. Go Trojans.